Okay, I'm noticing a bit of a pattern here. Maybe there's a reason why these videos get views. Anyways, this is super random. It's the middle of the night. I'm just out here destroying a bag of mini eggs, and I realized that the channel has hit over 600 subscribers now. That's amazing to me. I know that's not the biggest number in the world. There's YouTubers out there with far more subscribers than that, but just even seeing a number like that on my page is just insane to me. It makes me so happy that anyone would take the time out of their day to watch something that I made. That's been a dream of mine since I was a young kid. So truly, thank you to anybody who is seeing this. This isn't going to be a super elaborate video. I did want to make this because I'm very grateful for the small audience that I have and for anyone watching things that I make. So thank you so much for being here. I didn't really know what to do for this video, so I thought I would just make a supercut of some related stories that got me where I am today, some of the most popular ones. So sorry, it's kind of a reuse of content, but I mean, I know one of my favorite YouTubers who inspired me to do this channel, which is Luna. I know I would go on like long binges of listening to multiple of his stories to fall asleep, or I know there's supercuts out there, and I just thought I'd make one because I didn't really know what else to do for you guys. What I will say is, because this is the 600 sub special, I am willing to do another 600 sub special. That's actually something that one of you guys wants to see. Just let me know down in the comments. Literally, like one comment will suffice, and I'll do what that is probably. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this channel. As I'm sure you can imagine, it would not be here, and neither would I without people watching it. So thank you, truly. Like, from me to you, I do appreciate anyone who is hearing my words right now. Here's some of the videos that brought me here, and I'll see you all next time. Later. Take care.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's GentooMan here, also known as Rainy. And today's story time is really dumb, but kind of funny, so I'm gonna hop right into it. So this story time takes place not that long ago, and by that I mean like this morning. And my family and I, we were out and about. We were on the hunt for some Chick-fil-A because, I enjoy chicken sandwiches myself, and my family does too. So we're trying to find a Chick-fil-A, and the only one we were able to find is on like a college campus. So that was the Chick-fil-A that we had to go to. And we showed up, we ordered some chicken, we ate it. It was all right. Like, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I'd eat it again. But I gotta say, everyone hyping up Chick-fil-A, saying it's the best chicken. Like, I think it's a little overrated. I won't lie. Like, I like it. I definitely eat it again. The waffle fries and even the chicken, both very good. But like, I gotta say, Popeyes is superior. But anyways, I'm not here to debate chicken preferences. I'm here to tell a story. And we just so happened to be at Chick-fil-A when the story took place. So, we were kind of just eating, and I drink a lot of like beverages. Like, one thing about me is I eat kind of slow, but I drink really fast. So if I have like a pop or a soft drink with my meal, that shit's going down. Like, I'm gonna have at least like 4 of those before I even finish my food. Like, it's kind of insane. So logically, because I drank as much as I did, like, I downed about like 4 cups of root beer, I had to go to the bathroom. So I stood up and I told my family, like, hey, I'm going to go try and find a bathroom. And I left. And I was just walking around. Like, I'm literally walking around this, like, college. Just, like, walking around this college trying to find a bathroom. And it took me forever. You think there'd be more bathrooms around because it's, like, a school. And from my recollection, there was a lot of bathrooms in school. Like, they're at least fairly easy to come by. But it took me forever to find this bathroom until I finally found a door that walked into a bathroom, and I went in. And the second I stepped into this bathroom, I just got, like, this weird feeling. Because I stepped in and, like, all noises of the earth and everything around it just stopped. Like, it was a deathly silent bathroom. It was so weird. But from what I could see, there was nobody in the bathroom. So I walked into it, and it was a really long bathroom too, so I had to walk a good ways to find a stall. I walked into a stall, and I sat down and, started doing my thing. And, as I'm doing that, I hear like another stall open, which is like pretty standard fucking practice for a bathroom. Like, people use the bathroom, big surprise. So I didn't really like read into that, because why the fuck would you? And I just kind of kept doing my thing. Eventually, I was wrapping things up, and I was trying to flush the toilet, but it just wasn't going. Like, I was pushing down the handle and everything, and it just wasn't flushing. Like, it was not doing the thing. So I didn't really know what to do. So I kind of just like, yeah, you guys are going to judge me for this, but I kind of just like left it there. But like, what else was I supposed to do? But I left it there and I turned around and I opened my stall door and I walked out. And then I saw something that I didn't really expect to see. I see this girl standing there in front of the mirrors by the sinks with her pants down, just past her ass, and she was doing things to herself. I don't really want to get into detail, but I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I kind of like quickly turned back to go like back into the stall, and that's when she noticed me. She started like pulling her shit on, being like, "Oh, like I'm so sorry, like I'm sorry." She started saying like I had to do that. It was like my entry test to this sorority, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, like that's cool. I'm gonna leave now." And I just quickly left this bathroom and like basically sprinted across this university to go back to the Chick-fil-A because I wasn't trying to deal with that. And I was just trying to forget it happened, which I'm still doing, but I'm making a video of it for content. But yeah, I don't really know what the plan was there. So yeah, I just went back to the Chick-fil-A and ate my chicken with my family. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a little bit of a weird occurrence that I thought I'd tell as a quick story before I forget this happened. But yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up. Moral of the story is women doing weird shit in the men's bathroom is temporary. Chick-fil-A is forever, I guess, is what we'll go with. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new. You guys know the drill. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later. What is going on, everyone? It's GentooMan here, also known as Rainy, and today's story time is about, well, you can read the title. So the story time takes place just the other day while I was at work, and it all starts when I just got to work. So I got to work, and I went inside, and as I got inside, I met up with some of my coworkers who were working. They were working the opening shifts, like the morning shift. And so I started talking to them because, me and my coworkers were kind of friends and stuff like that. I enjoy talking to them. I play video games with them a lot of the time in these videos. If you see me playing like Overwatch or something with friends, a lot of those people are people that I work with. But, they're my friends, right? So I started talking to them and about, this, that, and the other thing. And I realized that my shift started about 5 minutes from the current time. I checked my phone. I saw that it was about 5 minutes away from the start of my shift. So I excused myself to go to the back room to where the locker rooms are and stuff like that so that I can get changed into my uniform. And so I walked back there. And usually in our back room, it's like you walk in there and there's like a couple chairs and like there's 2 tables and there's like a fridge and all that stuff. And there's a box of movie posters because we're allowed to take posters home when the movies are out of theaters and we have no use for the posters. Like we're allowed to take them so we can like hang them up and stuff. I have a lot of them. I've taken way too many. But yeah, like that's sort of how it's set up. And then there's 2 doors in there, one for the boys' locker room and one for the girls' locker room. They're like just small little rooms where you can go, you can keep your stuff, and where you can get changed. Now, for some reason, I walked into this room, and my coworker, who, let's give her a name, we'll call her Annie. My coworker, Annie, she was just in the middle of the break room, not in the girls' locker room or anything, just the middle of the break room, and she was getting changed. She was pulling up her leggings and she was completely shirtless, and she turned around as she was pulling her shirt down, and I kind of got a view of everything, if you know what I mean. And she saw me and she just started dying laughing. Like she was red in the face, she seemed embarrassed, but she started dying laughing, right? She's kind of saying like, "Oh, I didn't know anyone was going to walk in here. I thought everyone was already like ready for their shifts and stuff." And I kind of laughed it off. I'm like, "Yeah, sorry about that. Like, I'm sorry I walked in." She's like, "Oh, no worries. Like, oh, I'll see you out there." And so I go into the locker room myself. I don't just change out there. I get into my uniform and I go out to where I'm working that night. And now I remember this night was pretty dead. I stood there for, I believe, 5 or 6 hours doing basically nothing because almost nobody came in this night. It was very dead. And I was working the bar, and Annie was working the podium, which is the person who takes the tickets and sends people to their theaters. And eventually we end up doing our closing duties, and we go get changed to leave. I don't see Annie changing out in the middle of the change room again. I go get changed in the actual change room, and then I go outside to walk home. And I shit you not, as I step outside of this theater and walk through the parking lot to usually the road that I take to go home, I walk past a car in which I see, guess who? Yep, that's right, Annie. And she's getting changed and once again, completely and utterly topless. And she makes eye contact with me and starts just dying laughing in her car. And I don't really know what to do, so I like start sort of chuckling to myself. But I know she can't really hear me, but she rolls down her window and she's like, Rainy, like, just come sit in my front seat for a bit. And so I do, because Annie and I are kind of friends. Like, we're not like friends on the level that some people I work with and I are, but like we're friends, you know, like we know each other, we talk. And she invites me into her car, so I get in, and she's laughing to herself. She's like, that's twice now in the same day. I'm like, yeah, gotta change in more private places, as like sort of a joke, right? But I'm also dead serious. And she just keeps laughing. She's like, yeah, you're totally right. And so we kind of just sit there for a bit. She had bought popcorn at the end of her shift. She offered me some. I ate a little bit. We talked about movies for a couple minutes and how our shift went and stuff like that, and if we were going to the upcoming like staff event and stuff like that. It didn't last too long. Nothing crazy happened because you know, me and Annie are not dating. I'm with someone. I am a loyal person. And eventually I just kind of said good night. I told her to have a good night, told her to get home safe, and I hopped out of the car to walk home. She offered me a ride, but I told her it's fine. I live super close, and it was really out of her way because I knew what direction she was going. So she went off, and I walked home. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's story time. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you're new. You guys all know the drill at this point. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later. Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's GentooMan here, also known as Rainy, and today's video is like half story time, half like announcement, so it's kind of weird, but I'll get into it. So some of you probably remember the video I posted a while ago. It's literally just called Boobs. Yeah, that's definitely not the most like clickbaity title of all time, but I made that video, and then I also made a video a couple days ago called, I think I called it Encounter with a Cult. It was something to do with a cult. And I talked about like the strange going-ons at like the movie theater I work at, and how I think there's like some people like in the basement or some shit. Go watch the video for a more in-depth explanation of that. I said at the end of that video that the girl from the Boobs video, who I used to work with at the movie theater, she like also knew about some weird stuff going on, and I had talked to her about it. And I said that if we hit 50 likes on that video, then I'd try and do like a video with her, right? Now, we didn't hit the 50 likes. That has not happened, but I did reach out to her and ask like, hey, if this happened, like, would you want to do like a video with me? And we ended up deciding that we should talk like in person about it to like kind of work out the details of like what we were going to do. Cause she basically said like, yeah, like I'm down, but like, I don't know how I want to approach it. Like, I don't know if I want to like do voice or like what kind of video we're going to do, which like truthfully, I didn't know either. So we're like, yeah, let's meet in person and let's like talk about it. Right. And so she said, she's like, well, I'm going to go to like, I'm at the YMCA now and I'm doing a workout, and I was probably going to go like swimming afterwards. So if you want to like meet me here, then we can like swim and talk basically. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that works. I'll do that. And so, you know, the time came, she gave me a time. I showed up at the YMCA, got changed for swimming, and I met her on the pool deck. And like we like went on the rope swing a couple times, just kind of like had fun, hung out. We spent a lot of the time in the hot tub, kind of just like talking. And so obviously like she knew about my YouTube because we were talking about it. And so she started saying like, yeah, like I saw some of your videos, and like I saw the one about me. It got a lot of views. And like I'm just like fucking embarrassed at this point. So I'm like, dude, that it's like it's a weird video to like make about someone, and then they see it. Like it's just an awkward fucking situation. And like I asked, I'm like, yeah, like I'm sorry about that. Like, do you want me to take it down? Like I totally can. She's like, no, like it's totally fine. Like it's a funny story. I agree with you 100%. Just like, yeah, like don't mention my name. Like I obviously don't want people like to like know it's me and stuff. Just like don't mention my name, and like it's perfectly fine. Like keep it up there. I told her like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, no, I totally get the anonymous thing. Like even like I'm the one running the channel, and like a lot of people in my life don't even know about my channel. Like it's just like, it's so weird to tell people, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's just so strange, especially because like stories are like, there's funny stories, but it's like people going to like judge the stories I make? Are they going to enjoy them? It's just an awkward situation altogether. So I understand, especially being the person in the story who does like the weird shit. I understand not wanting to have your name out there. Anyways, I'm getting a little sidetracked, and that kind of like led us into our next topic of conversation. She said she was like totally down to be part of a video with me, like more about this like cult stuff, because she thought it was interesting, and we talked about it a little bit, and we were both like, it's so very possible that there's actually nothing going on here, but like just an investigation as like a video would just be really cool, and we both thought it'd be fun to do. But she said she's not sure if she wants to even do voice. Like, she'll definitely be part of it. She'll help with like information, and maybe I can like include her comments and stuff in the video. But she's not sure if she wants to do voice yet. Like, she's still not to this very day. She said she would decide when we get closer to actually getting the video out if she wants to voice anything. But like, she wants to remain completely anonymous, like as best as she can. So we're just gonna call her Evil Eye. I think I gave her like a name in the last video I made on her, but I don't remember what it was. It's obviously not her real name. But yeah, so she actually decided upon that. Her screen name or stage name, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is Evil Eye. And she's actually working on a game right now, which is kind of cool. She showed me like the prototype of it. I can't like say anything about it, but she's working on a game, and it's actually really fucking cool. So I told her I would like bring attention to it when it's like more complete. So yeah, I'll watch out for that on this channel. Anyways, we ended up kind of just sitting in the hot tub talking about it. We spent a lot of it just talking about like things we knew, talking about like the whole situation with like the weird shit going on at the theater. And the bottom line is she did agree to do a video with me in some way, shape, or form. So we didn't hit the 50 likes like I said, but that doesn't matter because I'm really interested in making this video, and she agreed to it, and I think you guys would like it. You know, after our discussion, we hopped out of the pool. There's this little like smoothie bar in my local YMCA. So we got some smoothies, kind of hung out for a little bit. Then she had to go, I had to go. So she's like, oh, like I'll drive you home. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we get in her car because I walked there. And starts the car. Then she kind of looks at me. She's like, hey, I have an idea. I'm like, what's that? She's like, so I'm going to give you a story time out of this whole experience, okay? And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm confused as to what the fuck she means. And she's like, okay, like, this is going to be funny. Like, you can name a video like Boobs Girl Returns or something. So she actually gave me the idea for this video's title. So what she did is, I guess she wanted to be reminiscent of the last story involving her. So she just, like, removed her bottoms completely, like, both layers, and just drove home like that. Like, she drove me home, and like she dropped me off, and I'm not sure if she actually did drive herself home like that, but she drove me home with just no fucking pants on, which is kind of weird, and she agreed that it's weird, but she thought it'd be funny for a story time. So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope she still thinks it's funny. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this story time / announcement. Be on the lookout for that upcoming video featuring Evil Eye. And yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. You all know the drill at this point. And that's really all I have to say. So thank you all for watching. I love you all so very much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's GentooMan here, also known as Rainy. And today's story time is just a funny little story that happened just yesterday, so I decided I'd tell you guys. Also, I know I have a lot of videos that are supposed to come out, like the vlog, which, yes, I'm still working on, and the Tales from the Reddit's supposed to start soon, but, yeah, I'm working on it. I just have a lot going on with my life, but I can still make story time, so I've decided I still want to upload in the meantime, but sorry those are taking so long, guys. But let's hop into the story. So like I said, this story time takes place yesterday, and for a little bit of background, my uncle recently moved. So he moved to a new house with his new girlfriend, and he needed some help moving stuff. So one night, me and my brother went and we helped him move, but later on, he needed help to move a couch, and since I possess a truck, he asked me. So one day before work, I drive all the way over to my uncle's old house, and we load the couch into the back of my truck. But my truck also has this like topper thing on it, and my uncle tied the couch with these bungee cords so it wouldn't like fall out on the road. But I'm not entirely sure how he tied it. So long story short, it kind of fucked up the window, and when we tried to get it closed, again, to, close up the truck after we'd moved the couch, it ended up breaking the window on the topper. Now, my uncle he's a great dude, and he felt really bad about it, and he's like, no, like, I'll pay to replace it, I'll do whatever I gotta do, but I'll replace it. And I said, like, oh, well, it's my truck, I can replace it. He's like, no, like, I'll do it, I broke it. And so I'm like, okay, man, whatever you say. So just yesterday, I drove up to my uncle's house, and I picked him up, and he took me to this glass place. The only reason I picked him up is because we had to drive my truck. We went to this glass place he had found, and we were going to see if they could do something about the window. So we go into this place, and we get in. There's a bit of a lineup, so me and my uncle have to stand in the lineup. We kind of talk to each other for a bit, and eventually we get to the front of the line, and there's this girl sitting at the desk. So we start talking to this girl, and my uncle tells her what happened. He said the window broke, and we need to do something to replace it. And the girl says, like, yeah, we can take a look at it in a couple minutes. We got a couple other things going on. Like, if you guys want to go, like, take a walk around this area, then we'll, like, call you in, like, 10, 15 minutes when we're ready to do it. So my uncle's like, yeah, okay, sounds good. And we walk out, and we go get some food. We eat some lunch and, walk around and talk for a bit. And then when we get back to the place, and as we're on our way back, we get a call, and it's the girl. She's saying that, they're ready to take a look at it. So we get back to the place, and the girl stands up from her desk, and she comes with us outside, and she takes a look at the back of my truck. And I don't really need to get into the details. Long story short, she said she could fix it. And so, yeah, she said she was going to grab her team of people, and they were going to take, like, the back hatch off, and they were going to, like, install the window in it when it came in, because they'd have to custom order it, and then they'd make sure it was all taken care of. Now, so I hadn't said this yet, but the thing with this girl is she was like just a pretty like normal looking girl, but I don't really know how else to say this. She just had the biggest ass that I may have ever seen. And like that's just an observation. It's not anything else other than an observation. And the reason I bring that up is because as this girl was trying to squeeze between my truck and the car that had parked next to us on her way back in, I shit you not, her ass literally knocked the mirror off the car next to us. Now, I don't know if this mirror was loose already or what the fuck the deal was, but the point is, she backed into it and broke it off. Which, I thought was pretty funny, and we didn't really, like, say anything. We kind of just, like, looked away and, like, existed behind this truck while we waited for the people to come and take the hatch, and then me and my uncle finally left and just went home. But yeah, that's pretty much it. No, it's kind of uneventful. I just thought it was, kind of funny to, like, tell a story about someone breaking a car mirror with their ass. But yeah, guys, that wraps up this story. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's just a short little one, and I know that I've had a lot of videos that are supposed to come out but haven't. There's been a lot going on. It's a lot of, like, personal family stuff. Can't really get into it. I guess I can, but I'm not going to because it's, like, it's family stuff. And I have been very busy, but that's okay. Even when I can't upload the videos that I was hoping to upload, I still want to get story times out for you guys because I know you guys seem to enjoy them, and I enjoy making them, and I want to still put stuff out for you guys. Also, just a side note, to all of you that I've said I'll play video games with, I still definitely intend to do that. Like, I don't know if you're watching this, but Analyzer, I believe your username is. I've seen you comment a lot of my videos. I will still absolutely play Overwatch with you, dude. I look forward to it. I just need to find some time. I have a bunch of stuff going on. But anyways, you guys, that's going to do it for me. Leave a like if you enjoyed the story. Subscribe if you're new. You all know the drill at this point. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's GentooMan here, also known as Rainy, and today's story time is something, so let's get into it. So every year there's this festival that comes to the city I live in. It's a good time. There's lots of, like, weird-ass food. There's lots of good food, too. Lots of, like, live music. They bring in, like, rides and stuff. It's like a fair, basically. Like, like a fun fair type thing. So just this last year, my girlfriend and I went with some of her friends who came in from out of town and then a couple of her friends who live in town. And we all went together as, like, a big group. So most of us were there from the get-go, just going on rides, getting food, having fun. And then about halfway through our day, one of my girlfriend's friends, we'll call her for the sake of this video, we'll call her Hannah. Now, Hannah showed up about halfway through our day, right? And she met up with us. We went on a couple rides, got some more food because, like, that's what you do. You kind of lose all of your money in one day because you absolutely break the bank at this fun fair. And so eventually we decide that we want to drink, we want to drink to enhance this experience. Now, to our knowledge, we were not able to purchase alcohol inside the fairgrounds. So when you leave, they give you a stamp so that you can come back in really easily. So we left to go to a nearby liquor store and then come back. So we did that. We went and we got stuff at this liquor store, got a couple of shots, drank a little bit, and then we called it a day. Not a day, but a time at the liquor store, and we went back to the fairgrounds. We did a couple more rides, did like this haunted house thing, and then we looked at like some of the music that was going to be on that night, and we were like planning like where we were going to go, who we were going to see, shit like that. And we ended up going back to the liquor store a second time to get more drinks. So that was fun. We did that. It wasn't too big of a thing, just more drinks. And most of the group is starting to get pretty tipsy at this point, right? So we're on this one ride when we get back. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. You kind of like lay on your stomach and it's like a glider type thing. And this is like the last ride we were going to do because the music event we wanted to see was about to start. So we were going to have to go after this. But everyone was like noticeably like tipsy or drunk at this point. Like it really depended on the person, but people were feeling the effects of their alcohol, right? And now whenever we went on rides, I like had my backpack, which also had like my girlfriend's bag and like a couple other people's bags in it. 'Cause, like I have the backpack, might as well, just normal boyfriend shit. So when the ride finished, my girlfriend and most of her friends from out of town kind of just like took off. They're like, we got to go. Like they were all like pretty drunk at this point. They're like, we got to go. We got to get to the event. Like the music is about to start. And so it's kind of just me and my girlfriend's two friends from like who live in the same town just kind of left there. Now, I bent over to grab the backpack because that was my responsibility to carry the backpack. So I bent over to grab it. And while I did that, one of my girlfriend's friends decided it'd be really fun to pants Hannah. I don't know how to say this without sounding weird, but I don't really know how that like happened because Hannah was wearing like jean shorts that were like fairly tight, or at least they looked fairly tight. So I don't know how she managed to even do that, but she did. She did manage to do that. And once she did do that, Hannah kind of like stumbled backwards a little bit and tripped a little bit into me. And I kind of had a face full of thong at that point, and my nose was in the trenches, if you know what I mean. So Hannah quickly stood up and kind of just like laughed it off, was like, I'm sorry, and like, pulled her pants up as quick as she could. And then they started taking off towards the music, so I did too. So we went and we enjoyed the music, and it was a good rest of the night. Nothing else weird happened. Hannah was very drunk, so was my girlfriend's other friend. I don't think either of them really remembered it, so I didn't bring it up. I just didn't really feel the need to. It was an accident on all ends. It didn't feel like embarrassing them and bringing it up, so I never did. Anyways, you guys, that pretty much wraps up that story time. Sorry it was a little bit of a short one, but I thought it was funny, so I thought I would tell you guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. You all know the drill at this point. At least I hope you do. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.